How's it going, everybody? You know who it is. My name is Sunwoo and I make beats. And today I'm gonna make a beat on the Elektron Octatrack. More specifically, some nice and raw hip hop. Let's do it. Bang bang. Alright, what better way to start our hip hop beat than with a nice vocal sample that I have already sliced up. I'm not gonna play you the whole sample because I get copyright strikes otherwise, but let's have a listen to some of the chops. And I'm gonna start by pitching it down. So I think these slices sound nice to start with. So I'll turn my metronome on. I don't know if you can hear it right now, but that doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna just record the first few slices and then work from there on. Okay, these come next. And I think this should be our main pattern. Yep, that sounds all right to me. Let's move on to the drums. And for my drums, I am using static slots, meaning I have a 64 slots filled up with samples, with one-shot samples, and I'm starting with the first 16 kick samples, second 16 snare samples, then hat samples, and so on, which means I'm gonna turn my slot mode on, and then I just play around with the hi-hats and see which one fits. I actually think I'm just gonna use the first one here, and so I'm gonna record one of those in and then just paste it all over the place. And all right, let's move on to our kick drum. And here. And this one I'm gonna shift over a little bit. And then add one at the end right here. And I want this one to be played every 1 out of 2. And this one over here every 2 out of 2, or meaning every second time it repeats. And let's hear it. Yep, that's wonderful. And now we need a snare drum. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna use this one. And now what I want to do is go to my hi-hats because I feel like they are hitting a little bit too early. I want to shift them all a little bit to the right, and one way of doing this is going to the track trig edit menu. And now we are on swing right here, and if we press the record button, we see which of the trigs are being swung by the value of 50 down here. 50 means they're not swung at all, but I want to select all my trigs in order to shift them all a little bit to the right. And now I turn the encoder here and shift them just ever so slightly to the right. Let's see if we can hear this. Now they're very far back. And I feel like 53 is just the right value. All right. sounds quite groovy already. Let's move on to some more percussion. All right, I got this tambourine right here that I want to use. And I'm gonna put that on. Again, I just put it in so I have the sound locked to a step, and now I'm gonna just copy it over. Maybe we can add an open hi-hat or something like that. And I want to have this hit every other time. All right, and so far we only have our main sample, which is very simple, and 3 tracks of drums, which actually don't have a lot of variation, but we can already hear a nice groove, and this shows that for hip-hop you really don't need fancy arrangements or anything. It's all about the bounce, about the groove of the beat. If somehow it makes your head nod, it makes you want to move, and it makes you want to spit some bars over it. And yeah, don't overthink it, just make some music, do what feels right, basically. And that being said, let's add a bass line now. And what I want to do now is the last note in this sequence, the high one. I want to slide that to the first note, and the way to do this is, it's very easy. Go to the Track Trig Edit menu, and now we can go to the Slide Trigs, and we just place a trig here, and this simply means that these notes parameters will gradually transition to whatever trig is played next, which in this case would be on the first trig if we go out of this menu. All right, let's hear it again. And I also forgot to do something else. Wait. Yes, this note didn't record properly, but I'm just gonna copy this one over and pitch it up by 1 semitone and shift it to the right. That's all I need to do. All right, let's hear it again. And you can hear now the note on the last trig slides nicely to the first note and gives us a nice transition for the repeat of the pattern. All right, now I only have one main track left because my last track is the master track. That's not going to play any samples. So we go to the last track and add another sample. I think this beat sounds okay as it is. Of course, from here on, I would arrange this beat, meaning I would take certain elements out of the mix and put them in later on and have different variations of that. And of course, I would put more effort into mixing. But for now, this is how I'm gonna leave it. And I just wanted to say for everybody starting out that you really don't need many tracks in order to make a hip-hop beat. It can be just as simple as a sample, a bass line, and drums. Maybe one more element, however you like, but you really don't need more. Some beats even need less. And yeah, just chop up a sample, see what sounds nice, put some drums on it, and be happy and enjoy your music. Don't overthink it. And with that being said, I want to say thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and comment down below. Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell if you want to see more. I hope to see you next time. Until then, have a wonderful time. And now I'm just going to jam on this beat and have a nice time. Peace.